Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to talk about tomorrow's pack drop here at NBA 2K26 My Team. I have to say, I'm amazed they left their comments on, to be totally honest. I'm amazed they left their comments on because I expected there to be more. There's quite the response going on already. If I scroll through these comments, it is nothing but players over profits. And that is the message of the My Team community now. Does not look as though anything is actually changing in terms of 2K's messaging, I guess, with their packs or anything like that. It'd be interesting to see if the pack odds change tomorrow or whatever. Probably not, but we'll see what happens. Look at this ratio so far though, man. It is nothing but players over profits. I love to see it. Let's stick together as a community, y'all. This might take a while, and I'm willing to stick with it for a while. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna hurt content creators' revenue to not make gameplays. Like, I'm not gonna do a Harden gameplay. I'm not gonna do a KD gameplay. As much as those videos would do good on my channel, I'm just not going to do those gameplays anymore because I think those are going to promote people as of right now to want to buy those cards. So I'll basically just from now on do the attainable card gameplays, and that's about it. I think is going to be my plan, which means a couple less videos on Fridays and stuff. Oh well, whatever. I'm willing to do that if it helps create positivity. I love the amount of replies we got. 433 replies to only 50 likes on the tweet so far. People are making their voices heard in the community and doing it as a collective, which I love to see, and I hope it continues. This is going to take longer than a week, so I hope people are willing to stick in there. And even when next week for Halloween they drop some sort of Halloween event with some crazy card or Hoff boxes that all of a sudden look like they're way more enticing than regular packs, we got to stand firm. We got to stick with it. This is going to take probably a while, but we have the opportunity to legitimately make our voices heard as a community if we can stick with this. So with that being said, I will take a look at what each of these players that are released are going to look like for tomorrow still, including the pink diamonds. I'll talk about what those players are going to look like as well in this video. Just not going to be doing specific gameplays on them. And to be completely honest, as great as KD is, Harden himself, not that insane. Not a must-have. And KD, great card, also not a must-have. As good as he will be, there are going to be plenty of good small forward options in My Team that are great defenders and great shooters, and you'll be fine. Realistically, we will be fine without those cards. That being said, we will at least briefly check them out and see what they're going to look like in terms of stats and badges, because might as well, right? Where we can pretty much pretend they don't exist in terms of buying packs or whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, KD's a good card. He's 6'10", 7'5" wingspan. Is he the new best small forward in the game? Probably. Fully badged anyway. I would say that's probably a fair statement to say. 24 total badges, incredible shooting badges, playmaking wise, he's going to be solid. His SIGs are nice this year. His jumper's great this year, and defensively, he's going to be good too. Not jump off the charts insane, but definitely solid. 6'10", pretty switchable. Once he's fully badged, he's a very good card. Is he the best small forward in the game? Probably. At 6'10", with his animations and his escape being good this year and some of the stuff that he's going to be able to do, I'm sure he's probably at least arguably the best small forward in the game. And honestly, he might be better than a Kawhi and guys like that. He might be the best small forward in the game. That's okay. You don't need him. I don't need him. It'll be all right. KD is not a must-get card. Certainly not a card there's no card they could drop that would be worth opening packs for. But KD, even though I actually predicted him coming today, not a card who I should get people to open packs, plain and simple, and I hope people stand firm on that. James Harden, to be completely honest, is just not that great of a card. I know he's a 6'5" point guard, kind of a fun PG offensively, but his SIGs aren't that great, and defensively, he kind of stinks. 75 interior, 82 perimeter, 87 agility isn't terrible, but he is not a super impressive card. Badge-wise, he's great offensively, and we got a few defensive badges to him. He's fine, but I'm going to be honest, his SIGs are not that great. Like, they're just really not. His jumper's good, but look, he's a 6'5" meh defensive point guard. Is he one of the better PGs in the game? Sure. Is he the best point guard in the game? Absolutely not. Is he one of the best couple point guards in the game even? No, he's not. And so honestly, as good as I think James Harden will be, and I'm sure he'll be great, realistically, I am not going to recommend, I wouldn't buy this card, even if you have the MT. And I will say this, if you have 3 million MT on your account, say, because I know there are people out there who have been saving their MT or whatever the case may be. I personally don't see anything wrong with buying these cards. If you have the MT and you want to pick up a card, go for it. That's your choice. Just don't spend money. That's like the end all be all of this, I think, at the end of the day. So I do want to make that clear. It's not like If you have the MT and you want to buy KD tomorrow, I guess that's your choice. That being said, would I recommend doing that? Probably not, because he's going to be uber expensive, and for almost anybody, that's going to be like all of their MT. So I wouldn't recommend doing that anyway, to be fair. He's not, I don't think, going to be worth doing that. At this point, I think everybody in the community just needs to play as a no money spent, low money spent, pro money spent, whatever type of player. You know what I mean? Make what you have last. Be smart about how you play the game, or honestly take a break from playing the game. I think that's a great idea for a lot of people right now, is just to take a break from playing the game for the next few weeks until something dramatic changes, because at some point there will be change if we continue to speak with our wallets and continue to band together as a community to do it. I'm sure individual people will open packs and things like that, and at the end of the day, that is their choice. But our voices will be heard as a community if we stick together. I can guarantee that. Bam Adebayo and Jalen Green, to be completely honest, are not exhilarating cards. They'll be fine. Bam is 86 speed, 75 3 ball, but he is only 6'9". Now, I do think he's a pretty good card. Half high flying denier, on ball menace, paint patroller, post lockdown, rebound chaser, 92 interior, 86 speed, just a well-rounded defender with good speed. A little small power forward at 6'9", but he's got a good wingspan, 75 3 ball. It's a good card. This is a very solid card. Definitely a guy who I think a lot of people, if you need a power forward upgrade, you want somebody who's going to compete defensively, have some athletic versatility, and also be able to have a good jump shot. I think Bam Adebayo is going to be a great option. He's a card I'll definitely be dropping a gameplay on tomorrow. While he's not unbelievably amazing, he definitely is a guy who I think a lot of people could use to upgrade their power forward position, and I don't expect him to be unbelievably expensive. I will say, keep in mind, this will likely, with the way pack odds are and a lot less people opening packs, there will likely be a lot less cards on the auction house as well. So I think that is something that's going to have to be kept in mind. For a lot of these cards that already, to be fair, would not have incredible amounts of them on the auction house, there's going to be a lot less of them now because so many less people are opening packs. So that might make a guy like Bam Adebayo more expensive than he should be. If that's the case, just don't buy him. And again, that's why I think in a lot of ways people are going to be frustrated by this as weeks go on. And if that's the case, I think just not playing the game for the time being might be a great way to deal with that. As much as I understand that may hurt my revenue as well if people stop playing the game. Like, it's just how it's going to have to be. At the end of the day, we speak with our voices, we speak with our wallets, we speak with our time, and hopefully 2K will eventually listen. As of right now, they seem hell-bent on ignoring everything the My Team community is saying. None of the Evan and the other devs and stuff who interact with the community sometimes have not responded to anything My Team related a single time. Like, there is no communication. They are ignoring the My Team community in a lot of ways, besides these pre-scheduled AI BS content drops and tweets and stuff, whatever you want to say. At some point, we're probably going to see some sort of change, though, if we stick with it. We have to do it as a community, and I mean, we'll see what happens here over the next few weeks. That's the biggest thing for me. Jalen Green as a diamond, to be totally honest, is fun offensive card, but I think defensively he'll be pretty mid. He's what, 6'4" though? I mean, he's not the smallest point guard in the world, so at least he's got some level of intrigue to him. 6'7" wingspan as well. What's the defense? 64 interior, 59 block. That's kind of an issue. But the perimeter defense isn't horrible. He's got 80 agility, 94 speed, 97 vert, 92 3, 95 driving dunk. Fun offensive card who's going to have a good jumper, going to be a great slasher. Paul George escape is nice. I think his dribble style is decent. He might be decent, honestly. This card could be pretty solid. We'll see how he is. Like a more athletic, scoring Tyler Hero type of guy who's, again, not amazing defensively, but I think he might be a little better than Tyler Hero defensively. This card should actually be pretty good, to be totally honest. Now, he'll need D badges, immovable, interceptor, on-ball menace, paint patroller, maybe a challenger or a glove or something like that, but you add a couple of those badges to him, this card's gonna be pretty solid, I honestly think. Very fun offensive card, good jumper, all that type of stuff. Should be a decent point guard, and with how good slashing is now, especially, he may fit the meta of the game more now than he would have a couple weeks ago. So that additionally probably gives him a little boost as an overall card. Definitely a solid card there. That being said, let's hope for some change. Come on, 2K, y'all gotta listen to your community. Let's do it. I encourage them to raise pack odds tomorrow. I encourage them to start changing things in the right direction. We'll see if it happens. I don't think it will tomorrow, to be totally fair, but let's stick together as a community and hopefully we will produce that positive change we're looking for over time. And it's going to take time. It's not probably going to be something where things are going to change today or tomorrow or next week, but hopefully eventually we do see legitimate change. And I think if we stick to this together, we absolutely will. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.